Hey up YouTube, back at you from the shed again with another fishing product review. Oh, the company is Plusinno, but there you go. Try and get it to focus on that, not me. And yeah, you will have just seen it's a rod rack. Very simple, very inexpensive. It's an American company. They do ship to the UK, evidently. So you get a brilliant price because it's all done by a conversion, I believe. They have a few bits and pieces. The pliers look really good. They have a really good rod winder, a reel winder, very similar to the one I already have. They have a few bits and pieces that are very relevant now, but they didn't then when they first reached out to me. So well done to you guys. I don't know if I had anything to do with that. I don't know whether it was something that was always in the pipeline. But yeah, they've increased their sea offering. There's a very simple rod rack. I'm going to keep it very brief, very short. So in the pack, so on the back of the pack you've got all your instructions for installation. In the pack, each pack comes with, I know it says one pack, but each pack comes with two, so you've got both ends, you know, both ends of the rod. It comes with a set of screws and a set of wall plugs. If you're putting them in a wall, in a dry wall or anything like that, obviously that's an American company, so that's very common. But if you're putting them in brick or in plasterboard or anything like that, because these aren't going to have a great deal of weight on, that pack should be quite ample. I'm just going to be using the screws today because what I am going to do, if you look on the back of the packaging here, if it's in focus and the right way up, you've got two options. You've got horizontal storage and yeah, ceiling storage. And the ceiling storage is the one that interests me. That's what I want, so that when I'm washing my rods, I can hang them on me pent roof on my shed, and I can put the spigots down that end, the tips up this end, and hopefully it'll force all the bits and pieces out. So I'm going to get these very quickly installed. I'd say everything's pre-drilled. It's all nice and simple though. So all the holes are pre-drilled. There's 3 points on each one. You get your screws, you get your bits and bobs. Yeah, they are metal. They're not plastic. With a soft plastic lining. Okay, this is. Hang on, I'll test this because I think they said it was for a 45mm gap, which is 4.5 centimeters. But I don't know where my tape measure is. Hang on, I've got my big ass ruler down here. Hang on, I'm not going to do this in shot, but I'll have a look on here. Where are we? So the gap is from its narrowest points. Yeah, from its narrowest points I get it, so at the absolute narrowest here to here I get it to just over 3 centimeters, which should be plenty ample. I have already checked it. It should be plenty ample to slot your butts of most Continental rods in. I have already checked it with the butt section of a really cheap Continental rod that I've got. If I can find that again, I'll show you. In fact, this isn't a Continental. I think this is either an uptide or a boat rod. But to show you, it won't go. Well, it would go over the foam if I pushed it, but down here it goes in just fine. And then obviously on the non-foamy bit there's loads of space. But worst comes to worst, all you do when it's hanging sort of that way up is you just slot it in the hole and put the narrow end in the other end. So like I said, the coming packs are 2. They are very inexpensive. I'll try and remember to put links in the description down below. I'm going to get these mounted on the roof and then I'll very quickly show you how I'm using them. I'll see you in a bit. And there we are. Simple to install. Just a pair of screws. I'm going to be ordering some more of these. Do exactly what they say on the tin. So I think what I'll do is I'll put my longer multi-rods up there, and then I'll clear some space on this wall, and I'll have one wall hung on there for the Conti rods. Because for ages I've been umming and ahhing about getting rid of the bags or putting these into storage and just getting some nice bags to go in my quiver to defend the rods while I'm out. Specifically some you can open right up and make sure there's no sand in the bottom of them. But that is exactly what I've been after for ages. So I'm well happy with that. 2 screws, job done. I don't even think the missus would mind if I mounted them in the house. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would hold the entire rod in one of the, you know, all 4, in this case 4 pieces of the rod in one of the recesses, but unfortunately it doesn't. Not well anyway. But yeah, if I put some of my reel holders on the side here as well, I'll be able to get everything up and out of the way, and that way when it's drying, it's like I said, there's a slight camber on it, so the water should run out of the spigots, at least in my case, because it's mounted on a painted roof. Happy days. Let's say I'm going to keep this dead short. There may be more videos to come from Plusinno. It depends how happy they are with this. For the money, like I say, I think it's about 10 or 15 quid. Like I say, you get the pair, you get the screws, you get the wall plugs. I think it's about 10 or 15 quid. I think that's great. I really do. Such a simple basic solution, but not something that's that readily available. So check them out. Plusinno. That's the company name. It is all Chinese made, as to be expected, but it is powder coated aluminium or painted aluminium with a plastic liner, so you're not going to damage your stuff. You've got destructions for them that are less handily inclined. I think it's great. At last, a solution to hold your rod up and out of the way. Before I was using these wooden pegs that I'd made, but yeah. Stay safe, tight lines. I'll see you later.